Hi everyone, we're here today to do an acrylic painting. It's going to be a winter scene with a nice bright yellow background. I hope you enjoy. We're starting here. I'm covering the whole canvas in yellow. This is kind of like a base coat because I had some bleed through from my old painting. So we're going to cover the whole thing, and I really watered down this yellow and white that I mixed together. It's soupy because I want it to stay wet on the canvas. So I'm actually going to only cover about half of it for now because I'm going to have to add some more to keep it wet. We're just adding yellow to the top half, about halfway down the painting. It doesn't have to be exact. We want it pretty wet, so if it's still dry on your canvas, feels thick, I mean, wet it more, because it cannot dry. That's why I should turn off the dehumidifier. Okay, so we're covering the whole painting, top half of the painting in yellow and white. Just want it nice and soupy. It's not very soupy over here, so you can see the bleed through from my last painting, but I'll just cover it up with a cloud. Okay, I'm washing my brush. Doesn't have to be perfectly clean because I'm actually going to pick up some white, and we want to brighten one spot of it, so that's what we're doing. Ate up that white really easily. Oops, I did it. I went back through the middle with a yellow. So, once I had already touched the outside, I went back through the middle. I'd have to get more white. We don't want to be actually able to see the shape of the sun. We're just kind of trying to make a brighter area. Oops, see, I did it again. Which is fine. Don't know how much that's going to show up because I kind of made my yellow too wet. So it's eating up the white. But anyway, I can add more if I need to. I'm just going to set this brush down with my yellow and white. And I am going to grab a new one. I think I'm going to go with this guy. He's kind of a blender fan brush from the Bob Ross collection. Not that you'd know anymore, he's pretty mangled. So I'm picking up dark brown, light brown, and some red. You can use any brand, but this is acrylic. Okay, so my brush is pretty loaded. We're going to come in and just kind of feather it. I didn't pick up more paint there. It's just I flipped the brush over. I gotta put some dark back in because when I picked it up, I put yellow into my paint. As you can tell, it's a little harder for me to do it on that way. That direction, don't worry about it. These don't have to really look like anything yet. Just smooth them out a little. They're pretty big. Okay, I might put a little more dark over here. Well, dark over here. Because they're not nearly as dark as the other side. Like I said, don't worry about what they look like right now, because these are not going to stay like this. It's just getting color where you want it. Okay, I'm going to clean that brush. You really need to, actually, so if you haven't done it yet, don't do it. Just leave it dirty. I'm going to pick up a clean, dry brush. It's my big guy that my dog chewed. Very gently, we're kind of just blending it into the yellow. But not too much, because we don't want them to disappear. The yellow will eat them right up. This side's dry already. Just means you gotta brush it a little harder to get it to mix in and re-wet the yellow. Okay. Okay, I like it. So I'm gonna wash this beast. It just takes time. I have to wear rubber gloves when I paint because I'm allergic to acrylic paint. Fun fact. Okay, I'm just getting some more of the dark brown out. this guy doesn't get dry, so we're going to do the Bob Ross thing. Okay. So, we're going to go into the back and start doing this, or the furthest back layer of the trees and stuff that we're going to put in here. It's going to be a winter scene, but right now, you just need a dark brown on your brush. It's kind of mixed with the same light brown and a bit of red if your brown isn't red enough. Still really dark. Actually, I've changed my mind. We're going to lighten it a bit with the yellow. Go back into the same color that you were using on the clouds. It's a little bit lighter. And we're just going to put in just the corner of your brush so you don't get happy smiley faces like I just did. So I'm just lifting them so they look kind of like trees. Okay, that guy's really crooked. That's okay. That's a crooked trees. Okay, and the next layer is the really, really dark. Actually, I'm gonna pick up some black. Because my brown, I don't think is dark enough. That was a lot of black. So. Okay, so a little bit of black in my brown, but a lot of black in my brown. So it's really dark. And you know what we didn't do is add some more yellow and white. So let's do that. It has to be wet when you're doing this or it doesn't actually work very well. That's why I was having trouble with that. So this is just really runny yellow and white acrylic paint. You can see, you can't see my paint from that bled through anymore. Some down there too, but I will fix it. Okay, it's wet. Make sure it's nice and wet. Moist canvas is a happy canvas for this painting. That was creepy. I'm gonna edit that out. Anyway, I forget that I'm like 40 years old now. And things are just creepy. Okay, so really, really dark brown. Corner. Excuse me. We're going to move down a little bit, but not much. And flip it when it starts to get kind of dull. Now I'm going to switch to the one that I like for trees. So this is kind of a delicate little fan brush. And mix up more of that. Oh no. Just put white in it. Don't do that. Okay. Okay. Let's go white in it too. Brushing my brush in. Okay. So now I'm going to put some little evergreen trees. Sorry. I can't talk and paint at the same time apparently. You know what? This has to kind of cover that, so let's put some more in. Darker. I have to do the bottom of my hand again, which is cool. That's alright. Yeah. I'm not dirty. My brush is too wet. Obviously, just dripping down the damn canvas. He wants a friend. Shoot. He's gonna be a bit bigger for this guy. Why is my brush being done? Needs to be pretty flat for that. I'm not doing it right, guys, but there you go. It's fine. There's some little evergreens. If you mess with them too much, they end up looking dumb, so don't. See, there's a good top. I should start at the bottom. And sometimes it makes it way easier. Depending on your brush. Okay. Sorry, I was thinking about something else there. Oh yeah. No. Mark that down. Okay. Am I blocking you right now? Okay, I'm back. So, I took a break there. You didn't take a break, but I did. Right here, I don't like how deep that is. So I'm going to take my knife and take it away. Because really don't need that much. Now what's left there, my whole thing moved, so I gotta put you back. Make sure you can see almost everything. Okay. Let's take this guy. It's a big fan brush that I actually forgot paint on, so he's kind of crusty. And we gotta make sure that this is still yellow. So where's my yellow brush? No. Where'd I put you? There you go. Okay, so yellow, white mixture. I'm just gonna lightly lay over that stuff because I don't actually want it gone. I'm gonna wet my little brush, my big brush. Sorry, I forgot to pick up stuff. Make sure you pick up lots of paint on him, and we're gonna I don't know if I like him or not. Yeah, I like him. Pick up from up here and pull down. Okay. So my brush is yellow, and I'm gonna wash it off because I don't want to put yellow into my dark brown. And I'm just, oh, I just put white in my dark brown. I shouldn't put white there. Anyway. So we're pulling down. And down. And down. That's 2 running. Too light and not. So not anymore brown. I don't have any of the dark brown in there, but that's okay. I use black. Pulling down. Pulling down. Pulling down. Just make sure it's straight because it looks really dumb if it's not perfectly. Well, not perfectly, like I'm not measuring it, but so those are all going to be reflections. Washing my brush. Even though it's got paint stuck in it, I want my paint stuck in it to be clean. Okay, gotta wash my yellow brush too. So that big, I think it's a 2-inch brush. I just use a nylon GP. My dog chewed it. Yeah, we're gonna let that dry a sec. It's a little bit too wet because if I drag it, it's gonna just go everywhere. So we're gonna let that dry for a sec. Actually, with this clean, dry brush, we're going to pull the bottoms down a little bit more. Just to kind of fade them out. And just dry the brush off on them. You don't have to wash it. Okay, now we got to go this way to make it again look like water. Don't worry about the edges because something's going to cover it up. And don't worry about that brown where it's not supposed to be because I gotta put some more yellow down because you can see it's pretty dry. So anyway, reflections. Messy reflections. It's okay though. Okay. Getting my yellow and white brush. Make sure that was clean and it is. It's just so we're going to put this down here, and watch what happens. It's kind of neat. You can go back up with it to start blending some of those out, just to see them, but they won't be as dark. Sorry, I can't really talk without while I'm doing straight lines, I guess. Silly. Okay, so that's basically the background. Add some yellow there. Okay, let's make sure that's good. And light yellowy white. Because it's kind of dark. I want it to be yellow. Nice yellow. I don't know if there's any not nice yellows, but just gonna kind of go like that. They're a little bit too rambunctious back there, kids. Okay, so the yellow's the same as the sky. Nothing different there. I kind of went crazy there. Okay, make sure you can still see. Now, I didn't have enough red in it, so I'm gonna add some. It's like a wash, so it won't be this dark. A wash, I mean, I just added like a lot of water, so it's like ink. Oh. Brush got dirty. See the red a lot there. Oh, see, that's not straight. The yellow. Oh, the yellow looks kind of neat up there. I don't know what that is, but I like it. So, there's some red in there. It'll fade out. Take the yellow up. Whoops, no red. Lots of red. Don't need to. That's good. I'm being finicky. Don't need to be finicky. You end up screwing it up. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and leave that. Make sure that is gonna be covered up, but I don't like it anyway. I have to talk quieter because people are going to sleep. So to separate the land from the water, I'm actually going to use the same brush. A lot of people use a knife for this, but I'm just not good at knifing straight lines. So it's really, really wet. Holding my breath while I paint. Okay, separation. Okay, I don't like that section. With all this color here, we're going to get white on the brush, same brush. And we're going to come in with snow. I'm actually going to put mine back. Lots of white on the brush, pretty runny. Can be a little bit like yellowy from your brush, but that's okay. I mean, we're going to start with this side. And it's actually right, like that. Going to end up coming in like that. So, I mean, okay. So the background colors you put down, you're not going to use them as reflections. It's helping your snow have dimension. Okay, so that's good for now on that side. So there's going to be a little, what is it called? Like a clearing? Maybe the river goes there? I don't know. Is it a river? I don't know. Yeah, I'll make it a river. Let's make a river. I like rivers. Didn't have much color back there, so look, there's no clearing anymore. That's okay. I like it like this too. I need some white sections, though, like that, and then move out front. Just go like that. Perfect. See how this one's like really yellow? I like it. But this one's really red. Kind of cool. I'm gonna let that dry. Because we can always put new yellow on. So I'm gonna pause you. Hi guys, we're back. I just took a break, but you didn't. So, we're gonna add some more yellow here and go up into the reflections we made so that they don't come quite as far. This guy's actually needing to cut off like there. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to the side. Gently up here. I don't know why I whispered there. Okay, so we need that to be wet again. Down here. So I did my canvas. Gonna keep that as my yellow brush. Now we're gonna just decide I'm gonna use my big, well, it's my messy 1-inch brush. I like how bushy it is. Okay, add some more red to my brown. I don't know why I got that red need more black. So it's going to be that really, really, really dark brown. And put more red in it. Kind of black at this point. Okay. So now we're going to put the big land masses that are up a little closer. I think I'll start here. Be brave, because this is going to be basically the ground and everything. So just lay it on there. Make it quick. I'm shaking my whole canvas away. Sorry, guys. Okay. Set that big. Actually, I'm gonna do the other side while I got them out. So I think I'll set this one back in a little bit more. So it's not gonna come out as far or be as big. Actually coming down, I think. I'm doing it again. I tried to put little stoppers on my thing, but it's not working. Try again. Okay. Lots of darkness. I need that to be darker. Actually, maybe not. That's good. Let's just leave him be. So, big messy blackness. I need this to be like that, though. And we're going to take a minute and let that sit just a minute. Actually, while that's sitting, I can do... I don't know, I'm going to try a different brush because that one didn't work very well for me. My Evergreen Trees. Like these guys, except I'm going to try a different brush. So it's the really dark color. Brush is really loaded. And he's going to be here. That's good. So I'm just going to leave a little bit of... I need more paper. A lot more black and red. Yeah, that's right. I'm in the 40s. I'm 43. Just in case anybody was wondering. No, I got more paint on it, so I'm going to go back in and make sure he can be seen. There, better. I need the stem through there because I can't see it. Now the other side needs some. So I'm going to pick up the same paint. Get one here. Okay, so this guy's going to be one of these big trees that lives here. And I'm going to get a different brush to finish that. Wow. Happiness accidents, right? Okay, so there's a tree. Now, I'm going to get a liner brush. Maybe not quite a liner brush, but something a lot smaller. He's stained blue, but he is clean. I don't know why all my brushes are his. It's kind of silly. Okay, so this guy's going to be from like right out front. And more paint. Oops. There we go. Okay. He's big. That's what she said. Okay. I'm trying to decide where another one's going to go. There's going to be another one of these here. It really doesn't matter where you put these guys, right? Oops. But he is in front, so make sure he stays in front. There's going to be another one over here. Once I put the highlights on those guys. So I am going to use the little guy for that, because I actually don't want much, and we want it almost white. But mine's going to be a little bit yellow, because it's kind of a yellow painting. Like I said, we don't really want a lot of the whitish color, because it's dark on this side, right in the back. So they're going to stop there. Whoa, that was dark. And I gotta dry this brush off a bit. Okay. Then I pick up just as much paint. Yeah, he's gonna stop about there too. So I'm gonna grab a yellower. There's a little weird bush there. Something over there. And now this, guys, is gonna come down. I don't like that color, but we can fix it. And here too. Okay, I need some red in that. And some of the dark. Indeed. Okay, I'll leave him for a sec. This one's even closer, so it's gonna be red. I'm gonna have to get some red after. I need fudge. Red. Now the red is a transparent one, unlike the black, so it won't be as bright. Red over there too. Okay. Brush. I'm gonna watch that brush. This guy, I think he will have a friend. More paint. So yeah, there's his friend. He's a crooked tree. And that's cool. Because they're not all perfect. Gonna leave the dark on that brush to get some of it off, because there's quite a bit on there. And I'm gonna touch one side into my light yellow, kind of whitish color. Make sure you get lots of paint though. And it's gonna be on the outside edge. I might have to pick up more. Yep. Almost right from there. He needs to be like that. It's not quite as yellow over there. Okay, snow time. What did I use last time? I forget. I think I used this guy. I need more white. My white is really transparent, unfortunately. Hopefully for you, your white's better, because this almost disappeared, as you can see. But I put lots of paint on there to account for that. Okay. Now, I've got, actually, I'm going to clean this brush now. I want to do the snow don't want the snow to have that much yellow in it, so I'm going to get the yellow yet. Make sure you dry it really good though. Okay, so now we're going to kind of come in here like this, right? Oops. We want yellow. And yellow. Yellow. This big old brush. Try to use the cleanest side possible. Remember, I didn't do it there. I should use just a small brush because you have to be pretty horizontal or else it looks a little wonky. So there. I'm gonna wash in. Okay. So now just white. Want white on both sides of your brush. And it's just gonna be like the edge. So I'll do that guy there. Now remember what I said about my paint being really translucent. That's why there's so much on the canvas. Because I actually want it to be white. It's kind of one of the things when you buy cheap paint, I guess. I tried a new company. Oops. I don't want him to be quite that downward. This one's going to be like there. Okay. More white. Whoop. Correct that guy. Doesn't really have to do that, it just has to be like that. Again, a lots of paint. Just because I don't. Do you know what? This guy's gonna come like right over there. That one, and that one, and that one. It's picking up the red, which I love. But not too much because I don't want pink snow. Can't even see those guys, so I'm gonna put them back in a little darker and less yellow. Okay, sorry, I got distracted up there. I didn't like that piece. So this one's gonna do the same kind of thing. This guy's bigger. Oh, I'm gonna leave that there. No, I'm gonna pick it up and take it with me, actually. Kidding. Oh, yeah. Look at the red. I can add more white after if it's too dark. But honestly, these guys would be in shadow, so let's pretend they are. It wouldn't be that white, is what I'm saying. I want my red. Screw that up. Almost had it how I liked. I don't really like those bushes. So he's gonna have snow right under him. Bushes are cool. Let's bring the snow in a bit here too. Because I want to. Okay. Now, I'm actually going to add a little bit more back in here. You know, so it doesn't look like such a bad edge. Have a different brush. Just bring it like the corner. Okay, he's a big one. I don't mean to swear. Good enough. Okay, so now I am just going to put some indications of reflections in the water. I want red, orange, and yellow, and you don't want to overmix them. Some more paint. And then I need just a clean dry brush. I'm going to just barely wet it so it's a little bit wet. And we're going to need a bit more water. Just add a bit more yellow because this guy's quite a bit brighter. Now we're taking this kind of knife and pick up a piece of white, a bit of white, and then, oh, hold on anymore. Just go in and make little edges of the water. I might use the smaller side. Just kind of separates the land from the water. That's the finish of my sentence. Whoops. That's just a clean dry brush. Kind of rubbing it in. And we'll try that again. I need some actual white to show up there. It is a little bit yellow because that's how I do things. You gotta try your hardest to keep it pretty horizontal so as to not make the water look wrong. I screwed up here. Clean dry brush. Okay, I need to hit this guy with some highlights. I might grab some paper towel. Because I kind of want them lighter. Looking for... So what I'm doing is just kind of making it look a little mistier back here because it's just a little too dark, you know? That should actually be there. Okay. Clean brush. Not dry anymore, but that's okay. I'm going to pick up some more white and actually give him some highlights. I actually might need the fan brush. Okay. Just going to take, actually I don't need to use that. So it's not so dark back there, because it kind of looks a little out of place. Shouldn't be as dark because it's in the background. But we are going to add some little sticks and stuff to make it look more interesting. So I'm picking kind of a light brown, and it's really, really, really wet, so that it glides nicely onto the canvas. Okay, sorry, I just wanted to fix that guy. No. And we're going back in to the whitey color so that the bases can hide. Now this guy looks funny. He needs a little bit of white on him. Not much. Because he's behind, it's going to be weird to do. But that's okay. Now we just gotta make sure he's still shining over top. Not shining, but living. Didn't mean to do that one, but there you go. I made a mess. Won't be that white when it's done. So I'm not worried. Just give this guy a little bit more white because it's kind of hard to see. Okay, so I kind of messed that little spot up. What I'm gonna do there's a bush there. Need my little fan brush. I'm not talking very much tonight, am I? And he's gonna have a bit of snow on him. There. There should be one of these guys over here too, on this side. No, didn't work like I thought it would. So I'll just dry it off. And I'm gonna take my pen. It's a fake pen. I'm just seeing something else I don't particularly like. So I'm gonna fix it. Oh, what was it? Sorry, you're still there. What was I gonna do? Right here. That's what I didn't like. Now all my paint's gone. I didn't like how the yellow was shining through. Right there. Okay. So then with that pen, I'm just going to sign it. And I'll touch things up and stuff before I sign it, but there you go. I gotta get my green marking. G. AMG. That's me. Thank you guys for joining me today with this painting, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.